Oh man, so a powerful fake out leaves Bitcoin back below $29,000. Does this now mean Bitcoin is set for a bigger pullback, potentially down to that 26 to 25k range? We're going to break down the key levels and what's going on in the chart. Smash some likes. Don't forget to subscribe if you're going to trade any moves with us. Check out the links to Bybit or Mexi, links in the description. Now guys, as you can see here, we were having a nice breakout here, and I warned of this breakout and said, guys, we got to break the pivot point to the left and we need good volume to come in. Now, as some of you very rightly pointed out in the comments, this breakout on Friday came at the worst time. Why are Fridays so bad? Because volume falls off a cliff over the weekend. And that is why you saw that this faked out yesterday on the Saturday with a powerful 2% down day yesterday for Bitcoin, sending us back inside this symmetrical triangle. Now again, this symmetrical triangle is still intact, right? As you can see here, we're still intact, but a lot of people are now starting to panic that could we be falling to 25,000? Now, we've got to give this a little bit of rational thought. Now, where we're sat right now is a very important level. We clearly are at a stalemate between the bulls and the bears. Neither have control of this situation right now. One thing we do know is that the bulls were the most recent to have an attempted break to the upside. The bears haven't managed to break to the downside to try push us down here to 26.5 even. Okay, so we can see here that the bears managed to reject this move over weekend volume and put us back into this pattern. But bulls will want to try again. They'll want to reset the RSI, and they're going to want to attempt again to break this triangle before this apex. If they can, and if they can break beyond 30 and 31, then we're in for our next big move for Bitcoin. But you've got to wait for those levels to happen. All these keyboard warriors that are watching videos 8 hours later and saying, oh, look, it didn't break out. You've got to follow the rules. It's got to break out with volume, with confirmation, and then it's a trade you want to take. And we know there is very heavy resistance at 30 and then 31. Okay, that is what we're looking for here on Bitcoin. Once we clear those, then the price levels get exciting up towards $33,000, $34,000. Now, another way to look at this is to look at this from the parallel channel we're forming on the daily chart. On this daily chart, you can see that here, that all the way from December of 2022, we've been in this upward ascending parallel channel. We're in a clear upward trend here. Now, on this daily chart, if I bring out the EMA ribbon, what you then see is most of the time here, apart from this fall to the downside to the bottom of the channel, which we recovered quite quickly, we've been above our EMA ribbon. Even in these last few days here, we have held our daily EMA ribbon. So there's no reason to panic just yet. All of these people panicking and calling for low price targets, chill. If you lose your daily EMA ribbon, then you can worry about that. The daily EMA ribbon works itself all the way to 27,700. So Bitcoin's got room to play with. It can fall down here and retest the EMA ribbon and continue to go up. Now, what's good about what we've currently got here is we've managed to hold higher lows. You've got this low here. We curled a higher low. Now, what's the problem, which I've been saying this whole time? Well, we had a high and we created lower high and a lower high. Okay, and this is exactly the battle going on. This is why you are forming a triangle. When you create higher lows, okay, higher lows, but you fail to create higher highs, you force the price action into neither an upwards trend or a downwards trend. You consolidate into a triangle. Again, if none of this is familiar, we break this down into detail. Ijaz.uk/TA. It's a completely free TA course, which is available to you guys. It won't be free forever, so make sure you take advantage of that. Okay, so that's why we're in this consolidation pattern. So there's no reason to panic right now. We continue to be in the ascendancy here on an upwards channel. Now, if you look at where the price action is, we have regressed here into the middle of the channel, right? We're right at the center line of this parallel channel. If I clear these arrows, you can see right at this middle line. So it's neutral right now. There's no reason to panic. You're in a consolidation in an upward move, okay? Now, where you can start to worry is if you lose this level, if you start coming back down this way, then you can see that support at the bottom of the channel comes in at 26,000. Now, why is that 26,000 interesting? In fact, let's leave this line here down towards 26,000. Because when I notch this up to the weekly chart, you're going to see something interesting play out. Let me bring out the EMA ribbon. And you'll see that the weekly EMA ribbon starts at exactly 26,000. Okay? So this pull down into the bottom of the blue channel, which I'm showing you, is not even the end of the world. So even if we do lose our daily EMA ribbon, even if we do need to pull back, that means a move down to 26 could be a retest of our weekly EMA ribbon, which is okay longer term. And those are the positions I'll be looking to DCA into if we get that pullback into that 26 region. Now that pullback could end up a little bit deeper. Okay, it could end up even down. You can see there the bottom of the EMA ribbon sits at about that 24,000 level. You've got about 24,500 level here in the middle of the EMA ribbon. Let's see if I can zoom in for you. There. Okay, but what do you notice there when I've just zoomed in? You're noticing something very, very important going on here. The EMA ribbon is starting to flip. In other words, in this consolidation, which you can call it stalling, right? The price action is stalling. It's going sideways for a period of time. But it's staying high enough. The price action is staying high enough that it's buying time for the EMA ribbon to flip. As you saw here, the EMA ribbon started to flip. And it's flipped again. So it's now gone past the third and nearly the fourth part of the EMA ribbon. Remember, when the lighter colors of the EMA ribbon flip above the darker colors of the EMA ribbon, that is now flipping the EMA ribbon on the weekly chart bullish. So if we can hold this price action at these levels for another week or two, even if bulls don't make any progress past 31, if they can continue to stall out, that's going to allow support to increase, because the weekly EMA ribbon, the support comes in at 26. If you stay longer, it'll go to 26.5, and the EMA ribbon is going to rise slowly, acting as support for the price. So this stalling here is long-term good for the bulls. If you've made it this far into the video and you someday want to be able to read the markets, do technical analysis, trade as we are doing on this channel, then perhaps you may want to check out my free technical analysis from scratch course over on Skillshare. For those who aren't familiar, Skillshare is an online education platform. You sign up for a nominal amount each month and you get access to a wide variety of different courses. I personally use it to learn all sorts of things, from video editing to financial to using Excel and various other bits and pieces that you may want to learn. It's far better than YouTube on those elements, because on YouTube everything is about retention, whereas with a course you can put things in a structured curriculum, and that is exactly what I've done with my TA course. It's completely free for the first 30 days. If you click the link in the description, ijaz.uk/TA, to take advantage of the TA course. Let me know what you think about it, and let's get back into this video. Now, I want to tie this in with some on-chain metrics. As you guys know, you want to look at your technicals, you want to look at your fundamentals, and you want to look at on-chain metrics as well. And if you're following my Twitter at RealIjaz1, you would have seen these tweets go out yesterday, because we've had some really important progress on some of the on-chain metrics. First and foremost, look at the number of non-zero addresses on Bitcoin. 46.1 million new non-zero addresses, which just further proves that Bitcoin adoption continues to grow. Okay, people are using it. Regional banks in the US are collapsing. People are using crypto. Let's look at another piece of analysis. Let's take a look at this, which is your number of long-term holders. Your number of long-term holders has just reached a record of 74% of supply. Okay, so in other words, 74% of the total supply of Bitcoin, which we know is capped to 21 million. 21 million ever created Bitcoin, of which we know some are lost. So there's probably about 18 million up for grabs, right? 74% of that 18 million is being held by people who have held for a long time. They don't have short-term trading biases. They want to hold this for the long term, and they believe that Bitcoin is the substitute to fiat currencies. This means it becomes more and more hard for you to pry this crypto off of these people. They're not selling. If there's a FUD article, if there's an update in the news, the people who are holding 74% of Bitcoin are not going to be easily FUDded, which means that price is not going to dump as powerfully as you would have previously expected. This is very different from when we were at 15,500 on Bitcoin, when FTX was collapsing, when the Russia-Ukraine war was at a peak, when inflation was rearing its head, right? It's a very different climate right now. One more thing to prove that. I want to share this with you, which is the accumulation chart. And you guys know we've monitored this a few times throughout the bear market in the chart, but something significant has happened. If you look here and you look at the blue level, the 1, this shows accumulation. Red shows distribution. So red shows that people are selling, dark blue shows that people are buying. Now on the left-hand side, you'll see the scale is starting from people holding less than 1 Bitcoin all the way to greater than 10,000 Bitcoin, the whales. Now look at what's going on. Most wallets right now are selling. Red, right? They're selling. Bitcoin's gone from 15,500 to 30,000 in a matter of weeks. So they're taking the opportunity to lock in some profits. But there's one cohort which is not doing that. And that is those who hold more than 10,000 Bitcoins. And it's not just that they're not selling as much. It's not a lighter shade of red. It's dark blue. So there's a fundamental disparity here between what the whales are doing versus what you are seeing the rest of wallet holders are doing, which is very interesting. Remember, you want to monitor the behavior of these whale wallets. They generally know things we don't know, which is how they've managed to become whales in the first place. So just thought I'd point that out to you guys as well. So very interesting week ahead. Bitcoin's at a critical juncture here on the price action. We do have to bounce off that EMA ribbon. We still have to get past 31. We have CPI reading on Wednesday the 10th, which naturally will give us a direction on when this trend could be moving. But overall, there is very little reason to panic. Even if I bring out the Bollinger Bands, you can see here Bitcoin has just come into the middle of the Bollinger Band. It's coming to the red line here on the Bollinger Band. So will we see support which push us back to the top side of the Bollinger Band? Even if it wants to come to the bottom of the Bollinger Band at 27,200, it's not the end of the world. And hopefully that video has explained this. A lot of people like to fund things out. Hopefully this is just giving you a little bit of perspective that on the daily chart, we've got our EMA ribbon intact. We've got some room to even fall into our EMA ribbon as I'm showing you here. That can even fall in the EMA ribbon without too much of drama. And even then, if we lose our daily EMA ribbon, it's okay to go down to 26,000. It's okay to go to 26,500 because we've not even tested our weekly EMA ribbon since we exploded above it a few months ago. So there you have it, guys. Don't forget to smash up likes. Don't forget to subscribe. Go check out this video here, and I'll see you in the next one.